Hey, happy people. So today we're going to be making some chickpea milk, and the purposes behind this is that in a lot of vegan recipes, I was about to say videos, but vegan recipes, they use soy milk, and I am totally convinced that everything that you can do in soy you can do with chickpea. Like, I have this theory, and stay with me, it's a theory, it's not a fact. I'm trying to prove it to myself here. Chickpeas are like the original hybrid of the first bean, right? So chickpeas have all the properties of soybean. Soybean is a hybrid of some other bean later on down the line from chickpea. So it has all of the same properties as soybean and more. So I am totally convinced that everything that you can do with soy, you can do with chickpeas. So in those videos when I see soy milk being used, I sometimes think about the walnut milk and the Brazil milk and the quinoa milk and things like that, but this will make it much easier. And also I want to try to do like some chickpea tofu skins, and you definitely need the milk for that. So whenever I see soy, I substitute chickpeas. So we are doing that today. Alright, just a theory, people. Just trying to prove it to myself. I don't know. There are several things I'm going to try with this and see if it works. So today is chickpea milk to get started with. We've already made tofu, so now we're going to make chickpea milk so we can move on to other recipes. This is 2 cups of raw chickpeas. They were rehydrated for 24 hours. 2 cups raw, unhydrated when I measured them, and then I soaked them for 24 hours. They're not that soft, but they're soft enough for you to break apart, squeeze in half. So we're going to put them in our blender here, these 2 cups, and we're going to add some water. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. In case y'all need to see that, you know, chickpeas. Right now, I'm just going to fill this up with water. There we go. And we're going to try to blend this down, get it as smooth as possible. Alright, I think that's as smooth as my blender is going to get it. So, now, I got a pot here because we do have to cook the rawness out of this. Now, you could just strain this and go with it like that if you dare. But chickpeas have a rawness to them, and it is not a flavor that I personally like. Even though I'm going to be using this in some recipes, I still want to cook out some of the rawness of it before I use it in anything. So, if you are just totally raw, you don't want to cook this, be my guest. Let me know how it tastes later. I'm not going to try. So, I swear that I bought some cheesecloth like a week ago at Walmart, but I cannot seem to find it. So I'm going to do this ghetto style. I got a paper towel here, and I got a sifter here. We're just going to lay that in there so to catch the pieces, because I'm not sure if this sifter will catch all those small pieces, and we want this to be a smooth milk. So I got a pot here because we're going to sift it into the pot so we can cook it just a little bit. Alright. See if I can do this without spilling it all over the place. Oh, see, I'm bad at this. This is why I need a cheesecloth. Alright, I am back, people. I have strained all of the chickpea. It is now in the pot here, as you guys can see. I'm going to turn this on to a low heat, not too high. I don't want to cook it. I just want to cook the rawness out of it. But while that is happening, look at all of this chickpea pulp that is left. Because I used the paper towel, and I don't know where, it's somewhere around here. I don't know where my cheesecloth is, but once I find the cheesecloth, I am going to blend this again with more water and strain it again to get more milk. And then after that, whatever pulp is left, I'm going to probably freeze it. It'll probably go in something like some chickpea patties or something like that. I am not going to throw any of this away. Get all my money out of those chickpeas. So just heat this just a little bit. We're just going to cook the rawness out of it. That's all we're looking for. Now, if you notice that you're, even though you're cooking it on low heat, it might start to thicken up. You might need to add some more water to it because chickpeas do thicken up. That is the thing about them. So that's kind of also in my theory of chickpeas and soybean. Like soybean is a thickener too, so chickpeas is too. So, but walnuts, quinoa, and Brazil nut are not. So that's why chickpea milk, to me, would be a better simulation for soy milk than the others. Alright, gonna let this go for a few minutes on low heat. As soon as I start to see like it starts to boil, I'm gonna totally take it off of the heat, like totally take it off this eye and put it on this one. So, be right back in a couple of minutes. Go put this away. Alright, so I can see a little steam coming off of this, and I can feel my pot is pretty warm there. I don't want it to cook, like I say, too much, but just a little rawness out of the chickpeas. Okay, so at this point for me, I think I'm pretty good. If you do want to use chickpea milk as your regular everyday substitute to eat your cereal, whatever, put in your coffee, whatever you do with your milk, I would suggest cooking this a little longer. Cook the total rawness out of it. You can add a little salt if you want to. Add some agave. I would add agave, especially if you got children and you're going to be using it like cereal or anything sweet like that. I would add just a little agave to it, and you'd be good. You can use it as everyday milk. I just want to use this as a replacement for soy milk. I'm good with the walnut milk and Brazil milk and those type of milks, but just when it calls for soy milk, and I know that the soy milk is kind of a thickener in the recipe, then I can use the chickpea milk. But other than that, that's the only reason why I'm really going to use it. So I am totally done with that, so I'm going to take that totally off the heat. I don't know if I ran the ingredients, but I'll do it right here. It's really not that many. You don't need that much. You don't even, this ain't even perfect measurements. It don't gotta be exactly this. So now we're gonna try to pour this in here, and I'm horrible at this. Oh shoot, kind of made it. I need another container. Alright, so see that? It was starting to thicken up at the bottom, so we don't want that. So that's why you gotta watch it, make sure it's on low heat. And watch it. As soon as you see it start steaming up, you're done. Alright, so that is it. And that's how you make chickpea milk. It's really not that hard. Just soaking your chickpeas for quite some time, not just the 8 hours or the 24, or the overnight. You really need to soak them for 24 hours minimum so you can smash them with your hands. But that is all for my chickpea milk. Now I'm going to let this sit and cool off before I refrigerate it. Yeah, I'm not even going to put that on there yet. I'm going to let this set and cool off to our refrigerator. Like I said, with the rest of the pulp that I had, I'm going to run it again. So I have double the amount of milk, and then the pulp will go in the freezer to be added to something else. Some kind of soup or something like that. Maybe yeah, I'll keep it till fall time, add it to soups as a thickener. That would probably be best. But that is it, y'all, and that's how you make chickpea milk. You already know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And until the next video, stay happy.
All my stress.